play-by-play.
Now,
He just doesn't have the ability right now.
I think he's like low key, like one of the best commentators we have. Me and Dan. Boop, boop. Okay. Let's get athletic. That's why people come to these streams, is for my falsetto. Alright. So as we chill here in the pre-match lobby for a little bit, obviously Cody, I think there are two things working against Cody here. First off, this is not a matchup historically that's been all that good to him. They've played a lot of playoff games together. Little Alex has won the vast majority of them. The second thing being Cody's team is riddled with injuries. The two best players on either side of the ball, obviously Lamar Jackson, the unique threat at quarterback, is down for this game, and then Roquan Smith missing mid-zone KO, missing Lurker. I believe that's another really big kind of really big loss to these Baltimore Ravens. But despite that, Cody's a competitor, and we'll see how he can do. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Little Alex's Buffalo Bills versus Cody's Baltimore Ravens, and I am joined by the man, and this is the type of heart we have in the Better League. He wins a playoff game, he gets sweaty, and then 5 minutes later, he's here in the booth with me, and that is Dan right now. And how we doing?
I'm doing well, Connor. Just excited to watch this one. It's not had a good history for Cody, this matchup, especially in the playoffs, so hopefully he doesn't get in his head. Alex has obviously been the better user so far this cycle. Doesn't have a ring yet, but I'm sure he'll get it eventually. Maybe this is his first step.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, I've been saying that for cycles now, but yeah, in a weird way, I mean, obviously it's going to hurt Cody's ability to execute the scheme he wants. In a weird, kind of roundabout way, I feel like the Lamar and Roquan injuries really kind of take a lot of pressure off of this game for Cody, because no one's expecting him to win. He's probably not even expecting to win, and he can just kind of play his game as he will. Drop back, and Beckham immediately taking a shot there, nearly gets sacked off the blitz. But I don't think Cody's going into this being like, oh, I'm making a Super Bowl run. I think he can just kind of like play loose and just see what happens,
Yeah, and I mean, the mentality I had today going into my game was, it was all based on tiebreaker luck, essentially, that I got in. And I was just kind of happy to be there, just kind of grateful to be there. And there was no pressure. So maybe the same way with Cody. He doesn't have Lamar, who's probably the most valuable player to have in Madden 24.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't have him, but it doesn't matter, because Cody's gritty. He can play really gritty. We saw that against Tahuti. We saw that. I don't know if you watched that third string Justin Tucker quarterback game.
God.
But he got real tight and was able to pull that out, and he needed that to clinch the playoffs.
Absolutely, yeah. Really impressive performance here as he will take a shot, and there is Beckham, as we can see Cody reacting there in the face cam. The first time he asks Beckham to do anything is he sails an open post route by a good 5 yards.
Oh my God, yeah, you can't.
Yeah, that's
can't
just
do that. I mean, that's just like the dev saying, like, screw you, quarterback, you're 3rd and 14, like 3rd and long, that's when he misses his throw. Oh, that's tough.
And people were saying on comp mode, quarterbacks can make every throw, it doesn't matter the ratings. Nope, not so much. Baltimore getting a little hosed there.
Yep. We made everyone Tom Brady. We made every kicker Chad Johnson.
Oh, Jesus. As we have a read option here, Josh Allen with room. Allen utilizing the blocking nicely. He has room, Josh! Allen might take this coast to coast! As he does not. I don't know why he went to the right there, but a 55-yard QB run to start this game for the Bills.
Yep. Yeah, you got to play quarterback. You see it right there. Put it conservative, because like I like Alex. I likes to do the read option. They're that real early.
Yeah. I don't hate, first play of the game, I don't hate that, see if you can catch Cody sleeping, making his adjustments. That's exactly what he did. 55 yards later, we already have our first red zone possession here for Josh Allen Company. Straight up inside zone. Cole Shields, who I don't feel like he's not one of the more heralded AI running backs. You can tell me if I'm wrong on that, but I never hear about him, but pretty solid all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, Alex doesn't really gloat about him, but that's a Hall of Famer for sure, as far as I'm concerned.
100%.
Yeah, best
Maybe
running
the
back.
corner open, good using. Although
Nickel.
Josh Allen takes off and throws it to Connor, the big boy, as he reaches out. Excuse me, gets 3rd and 1. And I hate to do armchair psychology. Cody already looks a little shook to me.
Yeah.
He's not having a good time. He's
Yeah.
confirmed struggling.
I was thinking about this on my commute this morning. I'll say it after this play.
For sure. 3rd and 1 as he will drop back. Cody sends the house sink route to Diggs as Williams not able to knock that out. That is a 1st and goal. And go ahead and say what you wanted to say.
So I was not thinking about Cody when I thought about this. I was actually thinking about Matt.
Ooh.
And I think, like, it's kind of funny how you got, like, old men, 40 years old, 45, who's married, kids, established people.
Mm-hmm.
And this little dork shithead of a 21-year-old is in it.
As Cole Shields will take off and scores, the shithead puts the first points on the board.
And the same thing with Cody. Look at him. Look at him. He's getting whipped around by a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
This is a guy who makes probably, like, close to 6 figures. I don't know how much money he makes. I mean, he puts some good money in the graphic design industry.
Yeah, absolutely. And
look at him.
Here we are, hopping on the sticks, and the young kid from Cleveland is giving him the business. 7-0 here as Weatherspoon is going to take out back of the end zone. All sorts of Bills in the vicinity as he gets lit up by Harrison. King, not Texans King, but Raiders King, saying, Connor, the announcing issue we're meant to do, and I appreciate that. It's a lot of experience at this point. I was not this clean with it to start off. It took me years and years, but here we are.
Hey, who knows? Maybe as a little side gig
Shit.
in the future.
I'm here for it.
And get some money for it, Maybe high school, college, Doesn't have to be super professional unless you want to dip your feet in. That's always a possibility.
I don't know if I'm trying to become a professional announcer, but that would be fun. That would be fun. Try to get active for high school or college. I'd have fun with that as Beckham will once again drop back, trusting him as he will throw it right into coverage, nearly intercepted by Tariq Woolen, who's back there at that safety position. That's a lot of speed back there, and almost got a pick.
Yeah, you can't do that. And, Cody's in a real tough position because you can't really run the ball on this defensive front.
No.
And you got to throw it with this kid. And, 0 for 3 right now, and it's not looking good right now.
And Little's also, I think Little is the best user against the run in the league, bar none. That might be his best ability as a Madden player, in my opinion, is specifically his ability to stop the run with his user. He is so good at shooting the gap, and it's going to be tough as we have a shot and a swat down by Okuda. And I think we might just see Cody say fuck it at this point. We're going to see him, chuck the ball up. You got to go pretty, high variance here if you're Cody, and that's kind of what we're seeing. A lot of aggression here out of Beckham.
Yeah. I don't want to I'll let you in my brain during the Morty game. I looked at Morty. I saw why I threw it to J.J. Dyson out there because there was no KO ability on a quarterback. And oh my gosh.
Oh man.
For
the second time on a 3rd and long, we've had a good read from Cody, and for the second time, Tyler Beckham says no. And who's the backup? Who's the emergency QB here for Baltimore?
I don't know. I'm on bad right now.
I want to say he mentioned Daniel Jones at one point.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You got some solid guys in free agency, 80 overalls.
You could have signed yourself a Jimmy Garoppolo or a Daniel Jones.
Okay. I think we're just being a little silly here because he signed that AI quarterback named Jonathan Talley. And that was his guy, right? Jonathan
for the
Talley.
lore.
I think that's definitely going through his mind.
For the lore.
But at this point, you gotta get someone good.
Yeah.
You can't get a 70 overall.
It's the playoffs, baby.
He was actually better than Beckham. I don't know why Beckham's in the game.
That's a good question.
He's faster. He's got better throwing stats.
Probably just the fact that Beckham's, been on his team the whole year. Maybe he wants to reward the young man, but the young man is not rewarding Cody back. It's been a rough start here for Beckham. We've seen a couple bad reads, and then we've seen a couple reads that just were not Cody's fault as he throws it to Sutherland. Cole Shields still able to get the catch, and I think, Cody might it's very possible he's just going to spiral more and more as this game goes on. We'll see. Gotta get a stop. Got to.
78 overall Daniel Jones, best best QB in
Yeah.
free agency. Like,
Just pick him up, yeah.
just yeah, roll with him.
Wide open to the flat to
Also
Cole
six-
Shields. Able to get the first down. And I don't want to make this like all about Cody here. Like, if you're Alex, like knowing what you're going up against, knowing the QB you're facing, like you're just super conservative, right? Like you don't want to give Cody any type of artificial momentum.
Mm-hmm. You do not go for it on fourth down. You just punt it.
Yep.
Honestly, you just run inside zone all game and just let Cody turn the ball over for you.
You just long, sustained drives down the field. Like you said, play field position if you have to. Cody is not going to be able to, with this quarterback situation, he's not going to be able to consistently drive on you the way he needs to, most likely to win this game. But what he was able to do is Buffalo still get thrown in completion. That will be another completion here. Thornton with that the animation that I just hate, where they catch it and they do a whole 360 spin. Those are always fun.
Yeah, I mean RPOs are broken, so that's probably a good thing for competition. But yeah, it's not a good look when your guy does a little pirouette in the flat.
No. I don't even know how to stop him. Maybe just like lead the throw up field, but can you even do that on RPO? I'm not sure. These are the questions for better Madden minds than myself, as he will drop back 4-man rush. And again, taking the safe read here is Johnson. Josh Allen, 7 for 7, and Buffalo once again knock on the doorstep.
Yeah, Alex saying I could ever play with a face cam. Yeah, you don't want to get memed. You don't want to get memed.
No.
And
it's the battle of public perception here is Cole Shields with all sorts of rim. Shields jukes 2 Ravens and is going to saunter in.
Wow, and yeah, this is we might have to get the Pepe Bridge out.
The Pepe Bridge, the anti-bag secure, all that.
Yeah, this is going to get out of hand very quickly.
When the cycle's over, Dan, and
all people watching this.
When the cycle's over, and we'll have to really kind of like think about this going back, but I want to think back at like all of the innovations, all of the additions to the league that stemmed from Fall Guys or FIFA parties, like just within the past like calendar year, because it's been, a lot of stuff has happened, a lot of stuff, like the AP system, going back to that.
Yeah, we do it all, and I mean, you got 13 guys here. You guys, hang out with us.
Yes,
anyone is welcome to play FIFA, Fall Guys, COD, very rarely, like anything. We're there, we're here, and things happen. Like the ball gets moving on a lot of things in these parties.
Like if you want Cloud and Better League, hop into a Fall Guys party, hop into. I mean, it's not just the games I play. Hop into a COD party, hop into whatever.
Like how much crackhead like thoughts do we have that we just like spew out and then we feed off of each other and then and then like 3 months later it's a rule.
Absolutely.
But it just the seed gets planted.
I mean, the structure of the draft itself, which King I'll get back to in a second, he lofts it up to Mark Andrews. Really weird decision there, but yeah, King asking Connor, how do we do team select before next Madden? So we try to do it like in these meetups, like live whenever we can, and the structure for it last year, which I'm expecting will be the case this year because it went really well, was is one ball for all. Everyone gets essentially one ping pong ball that acts as kind of like a lottery ball, the way they do like the NBA draft, for example. And everyone's going to submit their complete 1 through 32 team list. So you put the team you most want at 1, second most at 2, etc. You submit those, and then based on the results of the lottery, we pair team to user, and we reveal it all about like an hour after the draft's over, or after the lottery's over, excuse me. It's a very electric process. Like honestly, it's probably my favorite thing we do as a league, is like the way we like handle that, because it's really, really fun.
Before the innovation of going through the meetups thing, like before that idea ever happened, it already was like the best day in the league.
Yeah.
But like actually like being there with everyone to do it, like that's even better. And if you get like 10 guys, 12 guys, 15 guys, like if like half the league really shows up like everyone wants to, like that is a very electric day.
Beckham, just with nothing available to him, goes down 1 for 8 is Beckham, and that's not for a lack of like good reads out of Cody. He's thrown a couple what in theory should have been hot ones, but not able to get it done. And we'll see whether he can kind of lead a touchdown drive here. Just needs to try to keep up with Buffalo however we can here, despite the odds being stacked against him. And here's the classic look as Bolden just had his back turned on that one. Cody fired up. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 Buffalo, but Baltimore for the first time putting a drive together.
good reads by Cody. He went to his money play. That's the angle route on one side, the crosser on the other. Able to throw it right in his face, and got the play he needed.
Seam angle crosser. Yep, it's just it's coming, and you still really can't stop it all that well. Again, I'm sure better Madden minds than me know what to do. I most certainly do not. But 1st and 10 is leaving inside zone as he's doing what we recommended he not do, which is run right into the teeth of this Buffalo Bills defense, and that is a bad proposition for any user in this league.
And that's Andrew Levins. I think his name is Andrew, and he's like 5'6". Yeah. Speaking of short running backs we were talking about the other night,
yeah.
Like, I just don't know how he's going to run into the face of, like, is it Ed Oliver still on this team? Like
Ed Oliver, yeah. I mean, the linebacking core is really good. It's just tough. Like, everything has to go right in terms of the blocking for you to make anything happen with your 5'6" running back, like you said, against this team. But we'll see what he's able to do here. 3rd and 4, he needs to sustain the game effectively, and we'll see whether he's able to do so. As Beckham drops back, uses his free safety here, and goes down the 4-man rush, comes screaming, and you call his name, and he appears. Ed Oliver just lit up Beckham there. That's going to force Baltimore to take a field goal.
Yeah, that's right. Inside stuff. I mean, and just we talk about the power of that really good D tackle. I was very fortunate to draft an X Factor D tackle as an AI guy, and he just completely takes over games. We saw that in the last game against Morty. Khalil Cohen out in the backfield all game long, all night long. Even if you double team him, he's still going to get home. So, it's just so valuable to have, that guy to up the middle and beat those double teams, beat those single teams, whatever. Just beats those blocks, stops the run, and able to get there in the pass game.
Absolutely. It's very disruptive. And guys like you, guys like Warren, who have really, really good pocket presence, are able to step up in the pocket. It disrupts your ability to do that. I mean, external pressure you can still handle in terms of your pocket presence, but internal pressure coming up the middle, really, really hard to deal with, because then you got to roll out, and then it gets shaky really quickly. But talking about Alex Real here, 1st and 10. I mean, this is the form we see out of him most of the time when he plays Cody, honestly. He just, for whatever reason, matchups are a thing in Madden, and he seems to have Cody figured out as well as anyone in the league does. Josh Allen's going to roll out, take a shot, bit of a risky read, although Sutherland did not have the speed or the recognition. Josh Allen, 9 for 9.
Yeah, and I think, a lot of it, too, is just we play so many games, and just, you just kind of get used to playing your game. And it's hard to just completely throw everything you do out the window against someone you're not that good against. So you just kind of play your game the best of your ability, and it's just not working out right now for Cody. And Alex, he's really cooking in these single back formations. He's under center. He likes to do this in the playoffs, just really, really getting sweaty, either with the stretch run or the PA boot and stuff like that. Hits the tight end on the corner, hits the crossing route. He's just all over those reads.
Offsides on the Baltimore Ravens, one of those glitches where do they lean forward, or do they point forward? There's something that happens that causes that, but I'm not sure what.
I have no idea, but it happened to Alex, me and Alex's game, and I know Alex would do it to me, so I accepted that right away.
Well, Alex always says never feel bad about winning. If you get one of those BS offsides calls, maybe a soft illegal contact, you hammer that A button. And that's what we're seeing right here at Buffalo. Dan putting his 2s in the chat. I appreciate that. Let me see who's in here real quick, because somehow we have 11 viewers still, and that really speaks to the heart of this league. Really nice cutout by Cole Shields, though not a lot there. We got Alex, obviously Dan watching in. We got Tahuti, Allen, Lucky, Nico, King, and Cloud. Much love to all of you. And I've read out a lot of guys, like Cloud, like Nico, like Lucky. Even Alan, make your voices known in the chat. Let me know what you think, not just about this game, but about all the rest of the wildcard games, because we've still got, 2 more, excuse me. So, let me know, is Diggs. Unable to come down with that.
I'll tell you what, Cloud, I really love Cloud's, passion of just, taking in the content and just waiting to play his games. I mean, we talk about people that, just want to sim if their season's over, or want to take forced losses,
not Cloud,
and things like that, or if they're Haas is talking about how some people they have their seat clinched already. They just have no desire to play him, and he's just like, I just want to play. I just want to play. Cloud never has a problem with playing. He's always saying Vance because he's ready to play at the moment of Vance. So, props to him for just always showing up to compete. It really shows a lot for the league.
He's got the dedication, and it's much appreciated. Good stop there for Baltimore. Keeping a 2-possession game as we... Oh, my goodness, as he caught Cody sleeping, and that is a touchdown for little Alex.
My gosh. Oh, my. And you can see Cody's face right there. He's just in disbelief. He thought he had a defensive stop, finally, and then it just...
I mean, that's just such a kick in the stomach there if you're Cody. Oh, my goodness. And, some people I've heard, and I'm going to name names, I've heard CMAS complain about this. I've heard, a couple other guys, maybe feel some type of way about fake field goals. The game gives you a tool to stop it. It's called safe man. You come out in that, and those passes will get bagged up. So, I don't really want to hear people complain about fake field goals when they're very easy to stop, Yeah. You come out in loader base, you sell out for the block. Sometimes that can happen, and we saw it right there.
Yeah. And, I mean, the best... Usually the most OP fake field goal is the one to the right side, the flip to the kicker, right?
Right.
So why don't you just put the zone on the kicker side, right?
Safe
you can do zone to the left or zone to the right and block left.
Absolutely, you can. Yeah, the game gives you the tools to do it. So Alex saying counts as your coach's decision. Yeah, and it is good that it does. We don't want people to just do wantonly do fake field goals. That would be kind of weird, but that's a good time to use it, extra 4 points on the board, and we will see, again, Tyler Beckham come out under center. He drops straight back, brings Delpit way down as a drag route to Zay Flowers. First down. Is Baltimore starting to do better here on offense?
I have an Alex question for rules and interpretation. Extra point, does that count as a CD?
Ooh, if you do a fake on an extra point? I don't think it should, right? Because you can go for 2 whenever you want to. You
can go for 2 anytime.
God, this man... I mean, you got to put the backup into this point. I don't give a shit. I don't care who it is.
Yeah, get Jonathan Talley out there.
Yeah.
That's an AI legend. Or the name of an AI legend.
It's the name of an AI... Yeah, maybe you can bring some of that old juice back here for Cody. Maybe put Justin Tucker out there. I don't know. I've heard crazier ideas.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not, man? I mean,
just go full T formation wishbone. Just establish Derrick Henry and just get after it. As the inside stuff sheds the wrong ways. Derrick Henry has room. Henry, the power running back, showing some speed here. Horrible cut stick by the by Buffalo. Excuse me, as that is the first touchdown there for Baltimore.
Wow, Derrick Henry just taking over right now. Yeah, just watching that back, really bad cut stick there.
Yeah.
There's no excuse to let Derrick Henry run by you like that.
No.
And how about that, Cody? That's some light for Cody, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Runs off like that from Derrick Henry and give him some confidence. Does he have freight train? He might do. He might as well.
Assume so. I mean, he's definitely an X factor running back. I don't know if he's freight train specifically, but could get him going.
I mean, if that gets activated, watch out.
I don't know why it would fake PAT over just going for 2. It's a situation, I mean, and this is something we'll read this occasionally, if you're always coming out in load block, always coming out in base block over the course of a game, if you don't vary it up, I might fake an extra point, because then it's a free 2 points pretty much.
Of course.
I mean, if it counts.
Yeah, it's just picking up on things and just thinking about it situationally.
For sure. As Cole Shields jukes all the way back, as honestly that was my God, Cole Shields with 2 jukes as he is going to take this 75 yards for the touchdown.
That is reminiscent of the wild card game or divisional round game, something like that, against Phil last cycle, where this is about 10 seconds left in the half, and Cole Shields did just that, 75 yards all the way for a touchdown.
Yeah. Completely
deflating for his opponent, and again, you can see Cody, his face is a little red. The headphones are off. It's just
violently scratching his ear. Yeah, listen, things are going bad.
He's rotating on his chair. It's just
trying to give himself pink eye. It's not great. stop. People are going to never face cam again if I keep going on with this. I need to stop. But Witherspoon takes it to 20. We talk about, and when I say we, I mean you know, momentum shifts, right? Like, we saw the defensive stop lead into a fake field goal touchdown here for Buffalo. We see Baltimore put together their first touchdown drive of the game, really nice. You know, we saw Cody with a little bit of passion fired up, and then 2 jukes later, 75 yards later, here we are, 28-7, or 28-10, excuse me, and it's just rough. It's just kind of demoralizing as Jones, the user D lineman, which you don't see a lot of, gets through and takes him down.
Yeah, I wonder if he got stuck on that D line. That was just good to just notice that and just power through, and you don't have to drop him into coverage. You can use those power moves and stuff. And
little bull rush, little spin move, one of those. The things I do like a million times in the trench battle, just do one of those. Yeah, just get the block shed and do that. 2nd and 15, we're going to see a run call on 2nd and 15. Good recognition there, although Buffalo able to get the tackle, but picks up 10 yards on 2nd and 15. He'll take that. We'll see no huddle. No, we will not, because he'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Speaking of drills, Connor, how do you like that feature? Into the cycle.
I like it. I wish they had more variety. I wish it was less repetitive, but I think part of it, I mean, you know, part of it's also on me for doing like the same drills over and over. I like it. I think it's a good addition. As we have a deep shot to Bateman as Okudah gets the tackle, but that's another huge gain there. You know, trusting Beckham with these deep shots still is Cody, and pays off there.
I mean, look at the determination in his eye right now. I mean, something just flipped in his head, because look at his face. He's dialed in now.
He's ready. He wants it. He wants it bad.
Warren talks about the little mini fist pump from Cody. Like, once you get that, you know, he's locked in.
And this is what I mean. Like, there really is no pressure on him. Just like, you know, put your nuts on the table and let's go. Like, let's play some Madden, and we'll see what he's able to do as Mark Andrews tries to do a little bit of an air truck there, falls for getting on.
Yeah, being on a deficit like this, if I were Cody, I would not use any timeouts. Just go hurry up and see if you can stop him again to end the half. Take your shots in the end zone right now. Or the best you can, at least, with your quarterback.
Yeah, for sure. See, what Beckham realistically can allow you to do here is, Beckham, you know, he's sucked. I'm not going to lie to you. He's made 3 really bad throws, but, like, he's also thrown a couple nice deep shots, so really kind of depends. We have a run by Levens as, despite his diminutive stature, able to fall forward there for the first down, and now we will see this no huddles. Again, Beckham making a series of adjustments. Keeps pinching the D-line here as Beckham will drop back, takes a shot. Oh my lord, this man Beckham sucks! Although it might have been illegal contact. No, excuse me. No flag. I don't know what I was talking about.
Holy shit.
Yeah, put in the backup. It's time. It was time 2 throws ago, but it's tally. Yep. Put him in.
Yeah, put the kid in. Yeah, okay. Look at him. He's like, oh, I wish I could put that 99 in. I wish I could. So Zach Eiler. Oh my gosh. Now we got to inspect his stats. See what.
I mean, far better short accuracy. The middle and deep is essentially a wash. Yeah. Throw power is a little bit worse, but you said he has better speed too. Yeah, I don't know why Tally wasn't starting to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, it could be throw release, could be release, could be pressure sense.
For sure.
Obviously, those are factors you got to consider. Well, at this point, you got to throw this kid in.
Yeah, I mean, it is something we talk about too, about how, like, one inaccurate pass, one interception can kind of lead to another and another. Like, it seems like Madden quarterbacks have a tendency to be very momentum dependent, if you will, and, you know, they'll kind of get more and more inaccurate if you keep throwing picks. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, in my opinion, to throw Jonathan Talley, and might be too little too late based on the game script here, but we'll see what it'll do. Alex saying reminds him of the last Gary Klein pick. Yes.
Oh, jeez. And these QB injuries have been tough lately. Hopefully, we don't see any in the playoffs. I mean, we do have a 42 injury QB around this weekend. So I don't know if he's going to be on injury watch.
Someone who got knocked out of, I think, 3 straight games. Like, he got 3 different game injuries at one point during the season. So we'll see. You know, if that just planet of a man Bresee is able to come in, then might see Corbin Caldwell go down. But for now, Josh Allen will drop back, gets the shed, although not really there. That was kind of weird. Josh Allen rolls out. He's going to take a shot up to Okonwu we'll go with.
Yeah, I mean, when Brian Bresee falls on you, it's like a hydraulic press. That force is just that force is incredible,
I don't know.
overwhelming.
I don't know how we haven't seen like multiple deaths in BL. Just like you take too hard of a breezy hit and it's over for you. You're done.
Oh my
I
god!
don't care what type of padding you got.
I'm glad that
Again, offsides. Is it's going to be a free play here? Diggs. What the? Oh, I thought I caught that for a second, but it's offsides. I don't know how this keeps happening, but such is life.
Oh, I mean, if he got that free play touchdown, that would have been just
Yeah.
icing on the cake right there.
Yeah, we're saying, and this is
Yeah.
smart in my opinion. We're seeing the field goal unit come out. You don't want this next play to take too long, so we're likely going to see. Well, we are going to see a 31-10 ball game here. Is this about what you expected, or like how do you feel about this first half so far?
Yeah, I mean, Cody's gonna talk about the quarterback, but with or without Lamar Jackson, you'd probably see a result like this the way Alex plays against Cody. But it is tough to see those kinds of good reads turn into bad interceptions, and like it's like the user did nothing wrong.
Ooh. Oh my goodness, wait a second, ladies and gentlemen! Levens with one man to beat does not beat him. I thought that was sick for a second, but 31-10 at halftime, Baltimore heading in with all the juice, all the momentum, whatever you want to call it, and Cody unsurprisingly up against it here.
You know what that reminded me of?
Talk to me.
We saw it about an hour ago. George Kittle with zeros on the clock and getting tackled down the sideline.
I mean, Dan, I don't know if you've listened to that clip back. I was losing my damn mind in the booth because I really thought it was going to happen. Like I thought Kittle had the the speed to get there. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow, I kind of forgot Cody had the ball first. I thought Alex did. This is pretty bad.
Yeah,
pretty bad situation.
He had the ball first, and Beckham threw the first of whatever, 4 really bad balls. Counter to the right. I don't know. That was a direct shot at me, that play call, but it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Cole Shields, 8 rushes for 131. It's you're probably going to see a lot more from him this half.
Yeah, it's going to be the Cole Shields show here. Already with his X Factor lit up. I would imagine his first one free. I would guess, but
yeah,
who's to say? 2nd and 8 as Josh Allen will drop back. The 5-man rush does not get in. Cole Shields with a nice animation as 52. I mean, I get it. Dirty hits at this point. Why not?
Mm-hmm. It is Truz. Just looking at
Truz, okay.
Icon.
Now, does Truz still apply if you put on aggressive ball carrying? Like, does that mess with it in any way?
I have no idea. I mean, Warren says like tackle battles ruin it too.
It does. Yeah, I have
been
seen
saying that for months.
As as he missed him initially, but able to hit him this time. Thornton just absolutely torched the shit out of that DB. That was crazy.
Well, it wasn't a streak. It looked like that corner route, that C route.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing he didn't throw it right away because that would have been probably into the safety space.
Could have gotten Wonka, yeah. Yeah, 100%. We do have a read option this time. Cole Shields will take it for a gain of 5. It's gonna be, 9 for 136. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of this. And, ladies and gentlemen, as this game continues, obviously, we give Cody his respects as an all-time great user. He has the capability of coming back, but also we can be realistic and say that we probably know where this game's headed. So if y'all have any questions for me, for DBC, for anyone, let me know. Thoughts on the last 2 wildcard games, Super Bowl predictions. We talked about our favorite foods in the last game. Just let me know. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, as Josh Allen with the speed rolls out as he will. And Cody played that really well, honestly. Gain of 1.
Just wanted to say, Boz does the preseason poll every season now, and just want to shout out to the 3 people that voted Morgan Rowe to be the highest passing yards yards leader for the season.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly didn't vote for him. I actually voted for Joe Burrow, but
I voted for
shout out to those people.
I voted for Corbin Caldwell, which was it was looking good for the first 3. It was looking good for the first 3 quarters of the season, and then Mr. Row Your Boat himself able to do the do. It's gonna be 34-10 now. Buffalo still technically a 3-possession game, but you need a lot here for Baltimore. A lot. Just kind of staring over at Sports Center here. I'm seeing highlights of the Gators just putting a mollywhopping on Alabama. I love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. If we, maybe we suck at football, but our basketball team's good, damn it. At least we got basketball.
There you go.
I mean, shit. If we didn't have football or basketball, you'd see me leap off a bridge. It'd be Pepe Bridge in real life.
Mm-hmm. Connor, I got a question.
Yeah.
This is just general. Like, we talk about AI a lot. I talk about AI a lot. I want to hear from you. Who are your Hall of Fame front runners so far this cycle?
Oh my goodness. I feel like, I'm going to preface this by saying that I'm not a good person to ask because I really don't keep track of stats. Other than my own players, I'm not really holding on to it.
Just feeling just who's been having good impact.
I would say McMillan and Rowe certainly from the quarterback position. I would say. I mean, you told me Cole Shields. I guess Cole Shields.
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head, but I'll trust you there. As far as wide receivers go, you know what? Let me pull up Neon real quick because I'm having to be reminded of some names here. While I do this, who stands out to you as the Hall of Famers?
Well, obviously D'Angelo Williams at wide receiver.
Yeah,
wide receiver. Yeah. I really like Darren Betts on the Cardinals.
Okay.
He might be a Hall of Fame vote for me if he keeps it up.
Okay. Don Monk, maybe?
Don Monk, yeah. Don Monk. I think that's a Hall of Famer. He had 12 games. 21 touchdowns in 12 games. Something like
that's kind of nuts. That's kind of crazy.
What the fuck? Yeah, he's pushing hard for Don Monk.
Let me see about these. See about these defensive stats. Obviously, the duo of cornerbacks out of New Orleans, Graves and McKellen, I think. They're both really good. Is Bruce Wayne going to make it, do we think? Is Batman going to make it?
Bryce Wayne? Yeah. 100% Bryce Wayne.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I'm not about putting caps on the Hall of Fame. I know people say, it should only be 10 people. It should only be... No, we're going to just do it by feel. We're going to just do it by feel, right? And, whoever looks like one is going to be one. I don't care if it's 16. I don't care if it's 24. I don't care if it's 6.
Brian Breesy, maybe, if he can keep this going. Keep this pace going.
Yeah.
Keep this unholy, just whatever the fuck he's got going on in New Orleans.
Yeah, I think...
Juwan McLaughlin is who I was thinking of, the current league leader in interceptions.
I kind of liked him early on. I don't know where he is in the stat sheet. Warren's D-tackle. He had a big...
Oh, yeah.
He was pretty good.
I'm forgetting her name, but I know what you're referring to. The male stripper, George Evans. Maybe he puts on a show. He puts on a show at the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Absolutely.
Nico saying Cole Hoover. Do we think Cole Hoover's the guy who will get there? Okay.
I mean, if you traded him to me, maybe.
God! Okay.
I that's what I said. I think we were at a party with him one time. I said, "Hey, Nico, you ever want to draft a Hall? You want to be able to draft a Hall of Famer? Then trade him to me."
Wow. That's low key one of the more toxic things I've ever heard. But also, I can't disagree with it.
Well, that's what Alex did. He drafted a Hall of Fame quarterback because he just traded McDaniels to Warren. Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true.
Hey, I drafted McDaniels. Look at me.
I don't think you can take credit for that unless you put the. I mean, I get it, but I don't know. That feels a little cheap to me. Let me just next year I'll just draft a quarterback and then just immediately ship him off to Warren and hey, I drafted a Hall of Fame quarterback. Look at me.
DeAndre McNair.
Oh goodness.
I think whoever. I think Lucky. We'll give Lucky the title of Hall of Fame committee chairman because he's been all in on this.
Well, I mean, you can give Lucky the title, but also if Lucky's got 3 or 4 people that are eligible, maybe some bias concerns, maybe some.
I'll be there to put him in check.
Oh Lord, intercepted by Quay Walker. That is going to officially do it here. Might be pick. It is not pick 6. Excuse me, but good lurk there by Buffalo, and that's going to be all she wrote here for Baltimore season. It was dead on arrival once Lamar and Roquan went down. Let's be real with ourselves. Yeah. We were never going to see a Super Bowl run out of Cody.
Yeah, disappointing season for Cody, but he missed the playoffs last season, so obviously this is an improvement.
For sure.
We had a lot of discussions about, is this Cody's last season? Because we thought maybe he was finally going to jump off that bridge. but he decided to stick around and stay. You know, props to him for rebounding his season and took some tough losses down the road, but hey, he won a lot of games, had a lot of big wins,
Absolutely.
able to rally back and get to that 7th seed. So obviously he deserved to make it. Just kind of ran into the buzzsaw that's really the big 3 of the AFC.
Yeah.
Any one of Warren, Austin, or Little.
Pre Super Bowl Little, yeah. He's as big of a buzzsaw as there is.
Almost like preseason me, pre-Super Bowl me.
Oh, wow.
I mean, what happens if we play each other in the Super Bowl? It'll be like...
I don't... Dan, you've won how many Super Bowls? Don't do that to yourself. Please don't make that comparison.
I've lost a lot, too.
Sure. I guess you're right. As we are going to have a deep shot to Thornton, as that is going to be a touchdown for the Bills, as it's party time here in Buffalo. Watch out, local tables. Y'all are going to get crushed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... And Cody just stunned silence there in the camera.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do, you know? And the thing is, like, what you were saying is so true. Like, with or without Lamar, like, this is just a bad matchup for Cody. I mean, Alex always seems to play, like, his absolute best Madden against Cody.
I have to say, one of the worst feelings in BL is taking a loss like this on the chin, especially in the playoffs, and you just have to go through the motions of the game. There's no quitting.
Nope.
There's no... the clock has to run. You can go on shoot clock and everything like that to lessen the pain, but you got to sit through this.
Yep. I mean, all you can really do, and I'm speaking as we're going to see Tally get a touchdown here to Bateman. All you can really do is just Okuda with some speed there. Also, put your force in the chat. But all you can really do is just, like, on a drive-to-drive basis, just try to, like, do your best, just for pride's sake. Just, like, try to put a couple nice drives together. Like, you know the game's over, but just, like, treat it as, like, a one-drive game and just say, okay, like, I'm going to be my best self on this drive and, you know, try to do what you can.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely, especially if it's the last game of the season. It's like, hey, there's nothing to really build off of.
Right.
We're going to go right to the off-season, but,
right.
I mean, yeah, some people lose the sense of pride. And I think we talked about this, what Baj was saying about some people earlier, a couple of days ago. Just, what happened to pride? What happened to just winning, playing the game for the game, you know?
Dan, I want you to name names. Who comes to mind when you think about a lack of pride?
Well, he was actually talking about the person who's winning right now.
Oh.
At the time.
Oh, my.
He wasn't really too thrilled to have to play the regular season game when he already knew his playoff seed.
Illegal touching.
Oh my gosh!
Illegal touching out of Baltimore. That was actually a really good onside kick. Just
I didn't even say this in chat because this was gonna be like people were just gonna laugh at me. But I had a crackhead thought just the other day about like onside kicks and like what to do with onside kicks. I think, because we're talking about kickoff, they're really going to change the kickoff rules. You know, it's too unsafe for that. And if you change it to the XFL rules, there's really no room for an onside kick in that type of situation. So I was thinking, hey, how could you do an onside kick? And they've been saying things like the do a fourth down.
Yeah, like you have to score from like the 25 or something. Like,
and I thought to myself, how about you do 10 yards to gain from your own 1? Something stupid like that. And, like, it's something ridiculous that it's just, like, something you can't really do. One play to get 10 yards. It's like a 4th and 10, essentially. But it's, like, something so ridiculous that you wouldn't really do it to just, like, be aggressive. You only do it in desperation.
Right.
And I thought about something really silly, like, no, this is something I thought about. Like, have you watched Australian football rules?
Never, not
AFL?
once.
They do, like...
Cole Shields, man.
They have a lot of
Shields.
They have a lot of jump balls, like they do in rugby, but it comes off of, like, a punt. I think, like a punt or a drop kick, something like that. And I was thinking, hey, what if you had the punter go out there and he has to
Oh my
punt the
god.
ball, and you have a jump ball at like midfield for it.
Oh my goodness.
And let's say if the ball hits the ground, then it's a dead ball
Okay.
on the spot.
Okay.
Maybe dead ball at the 1 yard line, at the opposing one, right?
Jesus.
And you're just at the goal line. But if it hits the ground, then it's a dead ball, or the opposing team catches it dead ball, and you just have to catch it on the fly, and it's a dead ball right there at the spot of the catch.
We're seeing the.
I'm just talking ridiculous here, but just we have to fill some airtime.
We're seeing the liquor come out here for Cody. Not a good time. Full screening it. It's Welcome to Be Outline, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Cheers, Cody. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm
Cheers
sorry,
to
man.
a good season.
I'm sorry, man.
10-7. I mean,
You know
hey,
what?
It's tough to win games.
That's a Miami brother. I hope soon that's a Boston brother. We'll see. I hope. That's
Oh, I know Austin's going to try and get him there.
great person, a great man in this league, and he's taking on the chin right now, just like an hour earlier, just like Morty took it on the chin. But
Just
welcome to Better League playoff football. Sometimes this happens.
yeah, sometimes. Listen, we've all been there.
Oh yeah. I mean,
been
we've
there.
all we've all. I don't care if you're like worn on down. We've all at some point gotten blown the fuck out in the playoffs, and you just gotta handle it in your own way.
Yeah, there's just some. We gotta empathize. You can empathize as a viewer.
Absolutely. I think back now, and I want you to think about this too, but I'm thinking about like what my absolute like least competitive playoff game I've ever played is.
Oh, I got one.
You can go first because I'm still thinking.
This was my first ever season in BL. It was my NFC Championship, first ever championship game against Beard.
Mm-hmm.
I was the Redskins at the time, and I had Baker, AI version of Baker Mayfield, whose name was changed before I got there.
Mm-hmm.
But Hall of Fame quarterback, great season. We beat Austin, the defending champs in the divisional round, and just fell flat against Beard, and he ended up falling to Phil in the Super Bowl. But I'd say that one. I broke my headset during that game. I was so tilted.
Yeah. I think I remember that game. I think that was the same year
Yeah, you
that
calmed it.
I
calmed
did.
it with
Oh
me.
my god! Yeah. That was like one of the first ever comms. I think was that game.
That's where if you ever hear the meme, if we ever say BL is pretty deep,
Pretty deep.
that's what because I remember I broke my headset, so I had no game audio to listen to. So I just decided, let me tune into the stream while I'm down horrendous, and that's the first thing I heard. I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, yeah, Dan, that's just the lesson Dan had to learn today.
Ooh.
Like, all right, B-man.
Okay. Yeah. B-Man was talking his shit, and
Yeah.
I support him in all the shit talking. Well, some of it. Goddamn. Talgas decleated. My least competitive playoff game. I mean, I'm happy to say I haven't gotten like truly blown out a whole lot in the playoffs. Like, I mean, I've lost plenty of games, but they're usually pretty competitive. I would honestly say the Super Bowl against Hero that I played is probably like that was one where that's probably the only playoff game I felt where I just like didn't feel as if I belonged on the same field as my opponent.
Yeah, actually, I did feel like that against Austin last season. Like I just felt completely outmatched, just like that. Felt like I just, even if I played a good game, it just wasn't going to be that day. But yeah, for me, I had two Super Bowls like that. My first ever loss against Cody in Madden 20. I was a defending champ, and I just kind of fell flat against those Giants. He kind of shut me down pretty well.
Right. I remember that too. Yeah.
I was a pretty sore loser, and I just refused to say he blew me out. But in retrospect, yeah, he really shut me down.
I know. Listen, we all get salty in the moment. Yeah, sometimes you need time to kind of process these things. But yeah, I would say that was tough. I would say you beat me pretty good in a playoff game once. I want to say, like back in the day, back in like Madden.
I don't know. We played a few.
Yeah, played a few. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, the Super Bowl against Hero, yeah, is definitely the one that comes to mind where I just like never even came close to stopping him on defense. I was just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, he was a dog in 22.
He was absolutely a dog. I miss
I
Hero.
like to call.
I miss Hero in this league.
Mhm,
Hope to see him back soon.
absolutely. I mean, we saw him. I don't know if you got a DM from him, but we were talking to
Oh, yeah.
DMs, saying, can't wait to be back. Get my ass on the wait list. Eyes, eyes, eyes.
We're not going to play around together because me playing golf is a complete waste of time. But I might accompany him on a round at Torrey Pines.
Really?
Yeah, it's very possible.
Oh my gosh.
Just have some drinks, drive on the cart with him. It's going to depend because the frustrating thing with my trip is I'm not going to know when my tennis matches are until like 3 days before. So it's kind of tough to like plan anything. But I'm hoping that like there's a late afternoon where we can play around together. I think it's possible.
Yeah, maybe we'll see him at Fenway.
Alex saying
Maybe
my worst one was getting shut out by Cody in 21. I remember that game too. I think I calmed that game. Did we calm that game, or I calmed that game with somebody?
I might have been there.
I think you were
was
there. I think you were there. Yeah, we calmed that game together.
Was it like 21-0?
It was like, I think it was like 28-31, something like that. But yeah, and Alex like had like good drives, but then like it seemed like once he crossed midfield, things would go wrong.
Oh no, I might be thinking about an Alex game. I think there was one like Alex's Chiefs lost to Cody like 21-0. It was just like really ugly for Alex.
I think that might be what I think that's what he's talking about is that game.
But I don't remember anything from you specifically. We have to look at the archives.
I 100% calmed that game. I know that for a fact. But I don't know.
This is why we write things down.
Absolutely.
Go back to these memories.
This is why we have a league historian.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky saying, imagine making a Super Bowl and throwing back-to-back-to-back pick sixes on 3 straight plays. Couldn't be me. Ripperoni.
Yeah, I mean, Lucky, you took it on the chin like a champ.
Mm-hmm. He's a champ in my eyes. Also, Lucky, how'd your meetup with other men go? I'm just curious. Did you have fun without me? With other people? Did you have a good night? I hope you did, man. I'm just like really happy to hear that you're like out having fun, while I'm calming games with beautiful men. So that's right. That's what my night was.
Yeah, we're the winners here.
Yes. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, lots of beer, and then I put a heart face. Dan, I might end the stream right now. I'm about to throw the fuck up.
Just a little jealous.
Yeah. Jealous is certainly one word for it. 51-17. A decisive wire-to-wire win from Alex, and we're going to see a matchup I'm really excited for. It's going to be the 2-seed Alex versus Warren's 3-seeded LA Chargers, and I want your thoughts real quick on that matchup.
Austin's Bengals.
Okay, against Austin's Bengals. Yeah, what the fuck was I doing? Warren's the 1 seed. Yeah, Austin's 3-seed Bengals. So what are your thoughts on that matchup?
We saw Austin really shaky against Troy today, so...
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on with him. I mean, that easily could have lost that game. I mean, if he played someone who was making better decisions, maybe he should have lost.
Right.
In some situations. I don't want to sound too much like Warren, but Alex has definitely been playing better. I think Austin has slipped up a little bit. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes just not in good form.
Right.
I think Top Madden ended, so he's not playing as many games anymore.
Damn, that's crazy. Now he's
like
the rest of us one league users.
Yeah. So I think that might be a factor where he's just not that sharp, maybe, as he was about a month ago. So I don't know. I'd probably take Alex in that game. But again, Austin versus Alex in the playoffs has been like kind of a disaster. Kind of like what Cody's going through right now.
Yep. 1 yard away from a consolation touchdown. Not happy about it. Honestly, if I was little there, I might have called timeout. Just been like, here's your next shot at the end zone. But by no means are you expected to do that. 51-17 victory for the Buffalo Bills. Tally, by the way, like low-key had a very good day as the backup. Like we weren't really talking about it, but he was throwing some succulent ones. But unfortunately, Lamar out, Roquan out. Bad matchup to begin with. It just wasn't Cody's day from the jump. And, credit to him for sticking it out. Credit to him for fighting for all 4 quarters. But Little ultimately was just too much.
Yeah, just too much to handle. I mean, it's not like Little played a bad game either. He played very well.
No, but great, yeah.
He was sharp in basically every facet of the game. So dominant win by him. We just wish it just could have been more competitive in terms of team and situations. And obviously Cody didn't play that bad considering what the score was. He didn't deserve to take a loss like that. But props to Alex. Moving on, showing why he's one of the top users of the league.
Moving on, I'll face Austin's Bengals in the divisional round. Little, you're in here. 51-17 victory. Before we get to questions, how we feeling?
I mean, pretty good, but it's also kind of a shitty game to have in the wild card because, I mean, Cody's playing with like a 60 overall quarterback, and he also doesn't have his best defensive player. So it's kind of hard for that to like be a good warm up, I guess. I mean, like I don't think I'm beating Cody if I have to play with that shit either. So I don't know. I mean, I feel all right. I didn't really turn the ball over, so that's good. But besides that, I don't think I necessarily did anything crazy. I just watched his quarterback fail like 4 throws and then him get mad. So obviously it's hard to play through that. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think my question for you is, and I'll pretty much ask Cody the same question when we get to him, but like first drive of the game, Cody makes a very good read on 3rd and long that Beckham sails, post right by 5 yards. I think it was not the next drive, but the drive after that where, again, on another 3rd and long situation, Beckham just, like, completely sails a wide open ball. So, like, it's almost a weird feeling as a defender, but, like, once you saw those throws out of Beckham, were you just like, okay, I'm just going to play, like, what was your mentality, I guess, when you saw, like, what Cody's quarterback was doing?
I mean, kind of just, I don't really have to do anything special. I mean, at the same time, though, I don't like to, like, I'd rather practice, my full scheme, I guess. So I still kind of ran everything, but it was also like I didn't believe his quarterback would make the throws, and obviously he didn't when he needed them. I mean, there was even the other one. It might have been a broken up ball at the worst, but he threw a pick as well. He overthrew him by like 5 yards on another post. So I don't know. I mean, it kind of helps the game plan. Like I really didn't have to do a whole ton, but I think I still played all right. I don't know. It's a weird game.
For sure. Dan, what questions do you have for Alex?
Yeah, Alex, good win. Obviously, it was just kind of a shit show of a game for the opponent, but I thought you played well. I thought you were sharp, all things considering. Just want to ask you, you get into under center a lot in the playoffs. Do you do that a lot in the regular season? I don't watch too much of your games, but it seems like when you're in the playoffs, you get a little heavy with the run packages and maybe play action, roll out stuff. I see that a lot.
Yeah, I do it fairly often in the regular season as well. I think another thing, though, is that once I was up by like 21, once it was hovered around like 21, 28, I kind of wanted to just practice, I guess, getting under center, like in a game and passing out of it. Because I definitely run the ball a decent amount, like some PA, whatever, but I still struggle at times to pass just in a regular play. So it was a little more heavier than normal, but yes, I do still use under center a decent amount normally.
We'll get back to Alex for your thoughts on your 2-3 matchup versus Austin's Cincinnati Bengals in the divisional round. That'll be a really fun one. But we move on to Cody. Cody, obviously, up against it from the jump with the injury situation. Obviously not the way you want your season to end, but gamely fought, in my opinion, for all 4 quarters. Made some nice reads, even if your quarterback didn't necessarily reward you for it. What are your thoughts on the game before we get to questions?
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game. There was nothing I could do about it, really. I mean, I have a ton of key injuries, right? Like we've talked about it before. I knew that going into this. Mentally, I've been working all day, but like I was talking a little, and then like the soonest we'd be able to play was Thursday, and I felt, like maybe this is a bad mentality to have, but I was like, I probably wasn't going to win this game. It's like Little's had my number even with like a full roster. So what makes me think that Tim took me to the ringer because my quarterback kept overthrowing balls. So it was just like, for the good of the league, let's get this game done tonight. And I felt like I played pretty well, to be honest. I mean, I defensively, like I could have played better, but it's also hard when you feel like your defense is on the field like 75% of the game because you just keep going 3 and out or throwing picks and whatnot. And then to add like I feel like I couldn't get the Josh Allen, which I don't know if you guys noticed this, but literally like the first or second drive, I lost my starting D end as well. So like I was out my starting middle linebacker, starting quarterback, starting right tackle, and then lost my starting D end, or one of my starting D ends, like literally the first or second drive. And then like there was a couple, like it was literally on the edge that like he scrambled with Allen a few times on that right side and made a couple big plays. But yeah, it was tough. But I mean, I honestly like when it comes down to like, because I was listening in a little bit, and like I heard you guys saying like, why don't you sign a better quarterback? Just so you guys know, the best quarterback is Daniel Jones. He has like 87 throw power. I have no interest in trying, like, because that's
fair.
Yeah, like sure, like his throwing stats are better, but like those balls that I throw down the field, if it's Daniel Jones, they're gonna be little ducks, right? And they're not gonna get there and they're gonna get picked off. So I like the throw power a little bit better. And then the only reason I rode with my quarterback for as long as I did was because after playing with him for, about a full game and then a half or however long I had him before he got injured in that other game, I was like comfortable with this throwing motion. And I didn't want to just like randomly sign somebody that like I didn't understand the timing of their throwing motion and that type of stuff. But I will say I feel like Tally made better throws in the second. Like I think he only missed like one or two in the second half, whereas so maybe it's like a trait thing. But I don't know. Nonetheless, Little played really good. I mean, he did exactly what he needed to do to win that game. I feel like my issue has been really all cycle. Like I just don't have inside stuff. Like I feel like all the best teams have a way to stop the run. Like they've got a no outside or an inside stuff. Like my D line just doesn't have that, and so I feel like it's really easy for people to play against me because they're like, oh, I can run the ball when I want to, I can pass the ball when I want to. So hopefully I can get some run stoppers in there soon.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of answered both of my questions. The first question was, why didn't you sign Daniel Jones? And I hear you loud and clear on that one. It makes sense. And then my second one was like, what from a team building perspective do you need to do to kind of break into, I guess, the big three that's kind of developing within the AFC of Austin, Warren, and Little. So you answered both my questions, so I got nothing. Dan, what do you got?
Yeah, I'll just pivot over to the main storyline of this game, which is clock struck midnight for Jared Beckham tonight. I think we can all agree. Just wanted to ask about that kid. We'll call him Jonathan Talley Jr., if you will. You think if that kid played a full 60 minutes, it would be a different ballgame?
No, I don't think so. I mean, at the end of because I mean, Alex said it too. Like there was one at the end of the game there where, or near the end, like where he just floated one a little bit too far, and I think it got picked. I mean, bad quarterbacks are bad quarterbacks, right? It's like, I don't care what people say about comp mode. It's like if their ratings are low, it's gonna show. Like if they have certain traits, I really didn't look to the traits because my options were Daniel Jones or a bunch of other quarterbacks that were close to the same like overall. But I don't really think it would have changed much. Like it's so hard to go from using a quarterback like Lamar to then using some random like quarterback that you pick. Like no quarterback is like Lamar. No quarterback's 97 speed. No quarterback has the throwing with the throwing stats with 97 speed. So like the way that I am so used to playing got completely turned on its head. So there was just like, it would have took a insane defensive effort for me to win. But with guys like Little, Warren, and Austin, like it was just never going to happen. So that's why I went ahead and played tonight and gave it my best effort. I definitely didn't try. Like I didn't quit. I almost said didn't try. I didn't quit. Like I was, even down to the last minute, I was still trying to score. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, Cody, before Connor takes over, you just had I like the way you rallied back this season. Obviously, very sour taste at the end, but we saw you're all down bad. Maybe week 5, 6, 7. You weren't winning a lot of games, and I think you were pretty parallel to how the Buccaneers have been early regular season this cycle. But you rallied back. You put together some big wins. Obviously, didn't work out in the end, but glad to have you still here, and just keep competing.
Appreciate
maybe you'll
it.
break through.
100%. Yeah, we're all rooting for you for sure, and we're happy that you're here, and yeah, much love to you. Alex, you've got a matchup staring you down. You know, it's we were saying, like, if you've kind of, I guess, been the more dominant user in the Alex Cody matchup, this is a matchup that has not been as kind to you. You are playing Austin's Cincinnati Bengals in the divisional round. Talk to me about your mentality and your thoughts heading into that one, and then we'll wrap things up.
I don't know, man. We're gonna go into this. We're gonna try our fucking hardest. I might lose. I might win. We'll see.
We're gonna give our best effort. I love that.
But hey, all I'm saying, don't forget who ended the win streak.
Oh shit.
That's all. Yeah, you hear that, or Austin? Suck back dicks.
Okay. Well, on that note, Dan, you're an absolute dog as always. I mean, winning a playoff game and then joining me in the booth 5 minutes later, that's some goat shit right there, and I appreciate you for it. Really keeping the league running. Cody, Alex, thank you both for joining me in here, and congrats to Alex on a big win. Obviously, moving on, he will face Austin's Cincinnati Bengals, and this was, you know, it's not the first triple header we've done on BLN, but it's probably the most active one we've done in terms of, like, the chat was popping off all 3 games, and I really appreciate that. So thank you all so much.
I'll say shout out to you, Connor. I mean,
thank you.
I mean, great day of content. It doesn't. I mean, hopefully, it doesn't go unnoticed to the people. Definitely, like, not many people are stepping up like the way you are come playoff time, and it's what makes BL great. So
appreciate that.
Hopefully, some more subs and tips and subs and donos and all that stuff will start rolling in as we go in through the playoffs because you deserve it.
Listen, I don't do this for the money, but also money's nice, so I wouldn't complain. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining again. All 3 games, really, especially the Troy Austin game. I mean, the chat was just like going crazy for that one, but all 3 y'all were here, and I appreciate that. Much more BLN content, many more playoff games coming down the pipe. I don't know the scheduling for any of that yet. We'll get there when we get there, but much love to all of you, and